The question here has to do with the importance of mathematics, and a number of years ago coding was hugely important. I put it to the Minister now that mathematics is vitally important, and could I ask what's happening at third level to look at different ways of teaching mathematics, of using mathematics for innovation and science and research, and is the Minister aware of a concept I've been talking to him about for quite some time, the poly-up mathematics? Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Minister.
Well, thank you, Deputy Stanton. I'm indeed aware of it, and I must admit I'm only aware of it because of the Deputy very kindly bringing it to my attention, which I thank him for doing, and I've asked my officials to provide me with a viewpoint on it in the context of our overall work on the importance of mathematics and the importance of STEM in general, in terms of the needs of our students, but also the needs of our economy and our society going forward. And I will be reverting to the Deputy on that matter. Developing a strong supply of science, technology, engineering and maths graduates is critical to Ireland's positioning as a world-class centre of research and innovation, and also to supporting high-growth sectors such as ICT, life sciences and businesses and financial services. My department is committed to raising awareness of maths and other STEM disciplines and ensuring a strong pipeline of suitable graduates and supporting research and innovation in these areas. Raising awareness of STEM, including maths, is a critical enabler to all of our work in this area. I'm pleased to say that last March I announced a national investment of €5.2 million through Science Foundation Ireland's Discover programme, and the funding supports 49 public engagement and education initiatives that aim to promote and improve public awareness and understanding of science, technology, engineering and maths, and engage a wide audience of people with STEM topics. SFI also support awareness raising of science and science careers through the Discovery Primary Maths and Science and Smart Future programmes. The availability of qualified teachers is also, as you will well know, critical. And last April, myself and the Minister for Education announced additional places in 2022 on programmes to upscale registered post-primary teachers to teach more subjects, including mathematics. And I detect a real yearning for this, actually, from the profession. I visited the DCU School of Education recently on this. So I am pleased to say that significant progress has been made over recent years in increasing graduate output in STEM disciplines, including maths. In addition to mainstream programmes, there's also been significant provision of relevant skills through Springboard Plus and the Human Capital Initiative. My department's science funding agency, Science Foundation Ireland, also supports our STEM talent and skills pipeline in a number of ways, including by funding fourth-level masters and PhD students, early career researchers and more established world-class researchers. Sorry, world-leading researchers.
Thank you, Minister.
I want to thank the Minister for that very comprehensive reply, and again, could I put it to him that, and would he agree with me, that for many students mathematics is extremely challenging and difficult, and that we need to look at different ways of teaching mathematics from the earliest age? And could I ask him what research is going on in his department or in the third level to look at different ways of teaching mathematics using the modern technologies now of apps and, you know, tablets and telephone, mobile phones and so forth? And I could have put it to him again. Could he come back to me with a view on the poly-up methodology, which is being pioneered in Stanford and which I've seen in action, and I think it's quite impressive. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Stanton. Minister.
I will indeed come back to the Deputy on that, and thank you for bringing it to my attention. I think the Deputy is highlighting an extremely important issue, because often we talk about how do we increase the number of STEM graduates, and this is really important. And we've made a lot of progress in it. But we often talk about it from just the context of the student, which is of course important, but we don't often talk about it in terms of how do we upskill and support the teacher, in terms of how they teach the student to help the student get to the level of mathematics or indeed science or technology that is required. And I not too long ago visited DCU School of Education and had a very interesting engagement with Professor Anne Looney and others in relation to this, how you teach the teacher and how you teach the teacher of the future, so that they in turn can pass on that learning and the new ways of learning mathematics and indeed science subjects and technology in general. We have, through Science Foundation Ireland Centre for Research Training, provided €13.6 million in funding in what we call Foundations of Data Science, and this is funding a cohort of PhD students to look at the whole area of applied mathematics, statistics and machine learning. And PhD students trained in this centre will develop skills that will make them uniquely adaptable to the rapidly evolving needs of Irish and global society. And I would also point out, through our Springboard Plus programme and our Human Capital Initiative, we are very positively discriminating, if you like, in favour of STEM and the upskilling of individuals working in education in the area of maths. But I'll be back to the Deputy on the specific.
Thank you very much, Minister.